Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back on the one for you. So guys, all these 304s are in college, being strong and independent, right?
I am woman, hear me roar, and numbers too big to ignore.
And then majoring in underwater lesbian studies, right? Non-binary basket weaving. And they have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loan debt, right? And guys, recently Orange Man said that the Department of Education is coming for that money. Guys, they're going to be taking tax returns, unemployment. Guys, they're going to be getting people's paychecks too. And these chicks are upset. Upset, guys. They published an article recently about an education gap and how these women are so much more educated than men, blah, blah. Well, looks like us men are doing the smart thing and not racking up student loan debt. Guys, I have a master's degree, right? And I wouldn't recommend any young man go to college unless you're going for science, technology, engineering, math, IT, accounting. And guys, remember that biology doesn't count as STEM. Okay? It doesn't. There's too many chicks. You need to have a PhD. It doesn't work, you know? So, guys, we're going to go to Dumpster Fire known as TikTok and look at some of these absolute dunderheads whining about possibly having their checks garnished for student loans. But before we do that, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50 and 304s. Join my Discord. There's a playlist at the end. And, guys, I'm offering memberships now, so hit the join button or hit the link in the description. Thanks to all you guys that are already members. I really, really appreciate that. Let's break out the race card because we're gonna need this, of course. And let's get into this.
Tell you something. The very first time I go to check my pay stub, online, and there is a garnishment to some departments, because they know Department of Education. So for some departments, talking about a student loan garnishment, that will be the last time I receive any wages or tips. I ain't got a tax refund since what, 2019?
Look at that.
In 2019. So I ain't worried about them taking that overpayment, because I mean, it's money I never seen anyway. It's money I was never expecting. They didn't get that. But that money that I work for, that I pay my bills with, I will be a full-time entrepreneur. All my money will be up under my mattress. You hear me? All my money will be up under my mattress. I will figure up my taxes for my business as I do anyway, and pay them monthly. Yes, you can do that. So, nah, we not doing that. We ain't doing that. I refuse to pay money back to a department that no longer exists. Not doing it. And then, if they gonna garnish your wages, shouldn't that come off your credit? Shouldn't that come off your credit? If it's, cause see, mine ain't even on my credit no more. That's how old I am. I wish they might. I wish they fucking might. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Do what you do. But that's, and my big ass old ass age, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Look at that, guys. Look at this moron right here.
You stupid woman!
And she says that she's gonna be a full-time entrepreneur. Come on, guys.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Did you hear, you guys? She said that she doesn't have a tax return since 2019. That means that she's been defaulting on her student loans for that long. What an absolute moron. Guys, in the comments, guys, what do you think that she majored in, you know? And look at this. Black women are the most educated demographic in the U.S. and we're still minding our own business, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Guys, B-dubs are the most enrolled. They enroll in college more than anyone else. They don't graduate, and they have the most debt. You know how dumb you have to be, you know? Guys, she has 74 comments. Someone says, listen, if they touch my money, I'm crashing out. I didn't work this hard to get out the hood for them to mess with me. Please. And then she responds, they think the number of people in the workforce is declining now. They're about to create a whole breed of entrepreneurs. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Person says they've taken every tax return that I've gotten since 2020 because of my student loans. Damn. Look at that. One person has sense. You took out the loan, now be an adult and pay it back. This sheikh says, I'm with you on this issue. We all pay taxes in the system that funded these loans. They should be asking taxpayers about getting this money back, please. And of course, we need to turn to socialism. Come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Swear to God, guys. Guys, I love being black, but a lot of times being black don't love me, man. These absolute morons, dude. Look at that. Guys don't pay their bills. Her hashtags, hashtag student loans, hashtag wage garnishments, hashtag 92% clown world. Of course, guys, of course. I am gonna have to translate, right, guys?
This as many times as necessary today. It is crazy in 2025 how there are people that will end up homeless because they went to university and got a degree. There are people that are going to not be able to pay their mortgages and buy groceries because they can't pay their student loans. Almost kind of like it's crazy that people are rotting in prison for marijuana charges when millionaires are making a killing in the legal cannabis industry. The craziest part about that is how almost every other country in the developed world that's not us provides their citizens with free or affordable higher education. And yet somehow the only way that our federal government can stay afloat, can stay in the green and not go completely broke, is if we take money out of the poorest people's pockets. Yeah, sure, garnish people's wages because they can't afford to pay their student loans instead of taxing the fucking rich. I'm going to say this is...
Guys, look, she actually thought she said something there, right? Oh yeah, she told us, guys.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
You guys see she's out of breath just from talking? And she thought she said something. Guys, come on.
I promise you would be disappointed with yourself if you watch this tomorrow.
Come on, man. Come on, right? Guys, the large majority of people in the United States did not go to college and never will. What are you talking about? Guys, college was never meant for most of the population, right? Absolutely insane. Why? And then trying to be like, oh, guys, yeah, so 37.7% of people in the United States have gone to college. And they're acting like everyone has student loan debt. Absolutely insane. Look at this, guys. So it's just 51 comments. Someone says, America will bail out billionaires, banks, and corporations, but not hardworking Americans. Most of the people who have these useless degrees don't work hard. At all. If you major in underwater lesbian anthropology, what hard work are you doing? Look at that. This person is, I just saw another TikTok where her balance was $47K, made payments for years, and is currently $95 because of interest. Not fair. Dude, man, the government is coming for that money. They're coming for that money. Hey guys, if they think that college is so cheap, leave America. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you, right? Do us all a favor. No hashtags, clown world. Guys, look at this knucklehead right here. I guarantee there's not going to be anything useful or constructive or productive coming out of this knucklehead's mouth, okay?
Bottom of my casket will have a file cabinet for all these student loans to rest in heavenly peace. That's how much I owe in student loans. How much money?
$100,000 in student loan debt.
I owe in student loans. Now let me provide you with some additional information, since I know that this video is going to go viral because people are cruel and a lot of people are going to be ready to attack me in the comments and judge me and do whatever they got to do to feel good about themselves. I am a proud 25-year-old with over $100,000 in student loan debt. I went to school. I got a free associate degree through the early college program. I then furthered my education and got 2 additional degrees. I have a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship with a minor in management, and I have a master's degree in organizational leadership. But one thing America doesn't know about me is that I have 1 additional degree that's not on file and it's not in the records anywhere, and that's a law degree. At any given point, I'm prepared to take the stand and explain why I cannot afford to pay a dime on them student loans. Baby, you ain't never seen a sharp, undegreed attorney like me ever in your life. It's my time to shine. And
guys, she's cooked, right? She's cooked. What'd she say? A bachelor's in entrepreneurship and a master's in organizational leadership? What are you talking about?
A pot-smoking slut.
What are you talking about?
Beta female.
Please. Hey, knucklehead, they're coming for that money. They are coming for that money, man. You know, the only thing that you're going to find out?
The night is dark and full of terrors.
The night is dark and full of terrors, man. Look at that. This first person has some sense. Someone says 5 years interest-free. You could have paid that off by now. That's facts. Because people haven't had to pay since the cough, you know? Look at that. Someone says, I have the same bachelor's, master's, and a EDS. Is that like a PhD in education? 100K in student loans, working in education. You're a moron. How about that? Someone says organizational leadership, LOL. Someone says you have worthless degrees. You don't have to have a law degree. Just pass the bar. Prisoners do it all the time. Handle your responsibilities. Facts! Facts! Someone says pay up time. Look at that. Chick is cooked, man. Cooked. Guys, if you're still dumb enough to date nowadays, guys, don't even date chicks who've been to college. You know? Because they have debt and they want you to pay for it. Guys, hashtags, hashtag student loans, hashtag debt, hashtag garnish wages, hashtag deferment, hashtag garnish paycheck clown world.
I had my wages garnished for student loans. That shit sucked. I've had them take my tax return for student loan. That shit pissed me off. I say that to say, calm down. It was a process. It didn't just happen overnight. They sent me letters. They told me if I didn't start paying that they were going to take the money. They told me how much they were going to take out. I went out. I got a second job. I survived. I honestly don't even remember how long it lasted. They actually took too much and had to pay me back. And I was getting my wages garnished when I was only making like $25,000 a year. So a bitch was broke. I still got PTSD from that shit. But I made it. So come up with a plan, budget, go back to school, do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that you are okay if they start garnishing your wages. Saw someone say too that they can't garnish your hustle. So do some side shit where you get paid in cash. Hopefully that'll make up for the lack of income. I don't know, but the shit sucks. So I get it. I just wanted to let you guys know that you'll be okay.
Look at that, guys. So this knucklehead already had her wages garnished, right?
You stupid woman!
Then she says a solution is to go back to school and get more debt, you absolute moron.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Why are they so dumb? This is why men always win. Because we give each other good advice. And guys, she said that there's side hustles that chicks do for cash. Guys, we all know what that is.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside home. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing.
Guys, just 305 comments. Says some people can't even get one job in this economy. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
This chick says, girl, I'm over $200K in debt. I give up. I'm not okay. $200,000 in debt. Chick says, I took out $75,000, paid over $45,000, and owed $72,000, taking away public student loan forgiveness. Look at that. I'm about to stay in college my whole life. Guys, they asked for this. They asked for this. Look at that. Chick says, young lady, I owe $125,000. If they garnish my wages, I'ma die. Please, come on. Guys, they asked for this. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be out here working, trying to grind, trying to do everything men have done. And guys, you can't think of one positive outcome that this FNS experiment has allowed. Chicks have more debt, more trauma, right? More head meds that they're on, taking, Xanax and stuff, abusing alcohol, smoking more, having less children, right? Having problems with their PCOS and all this other stuff, right? Come on, man. But all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good one.